know what I just can't stand?
Yeah, that's what I live for. Tell me.
You make it sound like a bitch too much.
You don't. Just tell me. What's up?
When people touch me, don't touch me.
Yes.
Like when we went and took pictures the other day.
Yes. Yeah. Which, for y'all, the other day...
Y'all.
Katie, yes, y'all. You're welcome. It's all encompassing.
You all.
Yuns. If you want to get real southern. We went and took pictures the other day, and the sweet little photographer was Katie's friend, Isabeau.
Which is 10 out of 10 human being.
Yes, agreed. Very lovely. I enjoyed her a lot. She was like, okay, let's take some shots with each of you, and then together.
Yeah,
and then,
to put the pictures on the website.
Yeah, and then Katie was like, don't touch me. And I was like, what?
And then for like the next umpteen pictures we took, Isabeau was like, all right, touch her.
Yeah. Yep. So I just spent the whole day like trying to be irritating, and it was great. Like finally at the end, I think we took a picture where like my back was on your knee.
Your hair was on my elbow.
Yes. And then I just flipped it in your face for fun.
And it got in my mouth. There was saliva somewhere in your hair.
It's fine. It is what it is.
I mean, there's all that hair, so
it's not like I could ever feel it.
Bound to get in it. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna happen.
I got in this order. A bug, food, and then it got in your mouth. So, like, all in one day.
When did a bug get in your hair?
Yesterday morning.
Oh, before?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
that
happens a lot.
When did food get in your hair?
When I ate breakfast. It just collects things. It's bad.
Yeah, but it did look on point, though.
Thanks! It's the big mane.
And then you touched me.
Yep.
It was...
Yeah, you're fine.
I don't know.
You'll be okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't touch me.
Some people just have weird aversions to things.
Mine's...
No, it's fine. Mine is axe murderers and yours is physical touch. It's fine.
I think everybody's is just axe murderers. Unless you're the axe murderer, then you can't have an aversion to yourself.
What happens if two axe murderers meet each other? Like, and try to axe murder each other? Is it like a professional courtesy? Like, oh shit, man, I made a mistake.
It's the Thunderdome. There can only be one.
No. Oh, I see.
No. What's that show?
Highlander.
Yeah, here we go. Mm-hmm. It's Highlander.
Yeah, I'm old. I know what you mean.
I watched it once.
That was a great show.
But here we are.
Mm-hmm. It's good times.
Yeah. I just hope we get enough pictures so we never have to do that again.
I mean, I would like a Halloween special one where it's just like stupid costumes.
Can I just be on the roof and then like everyone else down below and then we take a picture like that?
I mean, yeah, but like why?
So you don't touch me.
I mean, you'll be fine. I'd jump up to the roof and like grab your ankle or some shit. It'd be fine.
It is what it is. It's just...
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. But
our pictures are going to turn out.
Yes.
Amazing.
So on that note, everybody, soon we will have, hopefully by the time this comes out, we'll actually have an About Us section on the website. So you'll be able to, number one, see us, like what we actually look like. And then number two, be able to find us on social media if you so choose. So,
because we're there.
Mm-hmm, yeah, because I have a Twitter. So.
I unfortunately started a Twitter. I hated it so much.
You're welcome.
Actually, I had it started, and then I had to recover it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have more of an Instagram for my 3D print shop, so...
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
That's more fun for me. Because there's pictures, and Twitter's like stupid dumb things. That
I mean, you can do pictures on Twitter, but I am like 85 and really enjoy Twitter, so here we are. I like it better than Facebook because none of my old people that I know how to use Twitter. So I'm like, oh, this is great. This is just the youngins.
It's the demographic that I only want to hear from.
Exactly. So
not
here we
old
are.
People. Okay. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Good
by
times.
the time... We'll see. Isabeau is a great human being. She's been friends with me since the 3rd grade. And
damn.
Yeah. And so I reached out to her. I was like, hey, yo, bitch. And she's like, she's another person. I have no idea why she's friends with me. So I just was like, hey, you take pictures. You take pictures of me and Zoe so we can do a podcast. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool.
Great.
And then I just harassed the shit out of her.
Yeah.
That whole time.
No, I think it was pretty good. Y'all kind of harassed each other, which was enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then every time I harassed you, it made her laugh.
Yes.
So I was like, this is okay. I can get into this. This is fine.
I used to torture the shit out of her.
Cool.
In middle school? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I would goose her. Like, do the whole,
Why are you like this? That's awful.
I'm low-key an asshole.
Oh, that's fair. I'm high-key an asshole. So
yeah,
here we are.
You're just, yeah. I'm gonna, be low-key about it.
Yeah, same.
I love annoying people.
Same. That's what I live for.
But you want to know what I live for?
I'm about to when you tell me.
Spooky haunted shit.
That is my lifeblood. That's what flows through my veins.
It's probably also why you don't sleep.
Probably, actually. I think I'm allergic to sleep. Just to be 100% honest with you.
Oh my god.
I had some fucking wild nightmares last night, man. Swear to God.
Are you for real?
Yeah, wild nightmares.
I'm so sorry. Like,
it's fine.
It's just gonna be part of the process now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, it was a sleep with the door closed night last night for me.
Fair.
It wasn't light on.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely door closed though.
Yeah.
Because this one's god awful.
Yeah, this one's rough for me too. So let's see which one of us cries first. Because, like, the last episode got me real good.
You were crying.
I don't know why. Like, Black Eyed Kids scares me, number one. But then, like, the Amherst thing, like, I don't know why, but that one got me. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all.
All this shit is rough.
Yes. So, that being the case, let's flip the coin.
I'll flip the coin.
Flip the coin, Reno.
What you want?
Tails this time. Free.
Landed on heads. I go first.
Ha ha ha. Tell me, what's your topic this week?
So, Katie Groves, for the listeners.
Oh, yeah. Hi. Hello, Katie Groves.
You're Zoe.
Yeah, I'm Zoe Knowlton. Hi.
I'm Katie.
Hello.
Hi. My topic for the week, for this episode, is Harold the Doll.
Nope.
Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer, because a lot of people don't like Harold the Doll.
Yeah.
And it's big demon. Like, this is a demon doll. So if you are not about that, you don't want to hear this, this is your out to either... No, because yours is about a demon box, too, right?
It's about something demon related. We're doing haunted objects this week.
Yes, we're doing haunted objects on this podcast episode. Yeah. So if you just cross the line of demons, this is your warning. Yeah. And you pull the plug.
Perfect.
Okay. Everyone else go here? Great. So this is also going to be a two-parter.
Oh. First two-parter.
I've already dictated this last night as a two-parter because of two reasons. One, I got so upset doing the research for this, I had to stop. I could not do it.
Oh, Jesus.
I was listening to another podcast, and that's why we drink.
Mm-hmm. Great
podcast. I love those people. They are amazing. 10 out of 10 human beings. I was listening to another podcast as I was getting my notes ready. And I got to a point where I knew, and the second reason why it's going to be a two-parter is because there was a book that the owner published about the doll.
Oh, damn.
So my research had to stop where the book picks up. And because I do not have said book, and I could not get said book in time and read it, I had to do this as two parts.
Okay. That's reasonable.
So they started to talk more into the book, and I actually had to I couldn't listen anymore. It was upsetting me so badly. I had to stop. So there will be a second part to this that is just absolutely wild. I just don't know when I'm going to be okay enough to buy that book, read it, and then talk about it.
Fair enough.
Because what I have now is also pretty rough.
Okay.
So with that, let's get started.
Okay, my body is ready.
Oh, are you sure?
I just had a lot of pizza, so maybe not. If you make me throw up, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, because it was a $6 pizza, and it was really good.
It was delicious.
It was great. Okay. So, the history of the doll. The first whereabouts all started in Florida. A father, 60 years ago, about 60 years ago, that's always years are tricky. A father bought his son a doll when he was born.
Okay.
Right? So, like a newborn, you buy a baby doll for a baby. Under mysterious circumstances, the son died 2 years later.
Fuck off. No. Already?
Yep.
Jeez.
Okay. It's just coming out of the gate swinging.
All right.
So... the son passed away. The father kept the doll in the deceased son's room. You know, kind of like keep this room to mourn, do that process. But from the son's room, they would hear laughter and crying.
I hate that.
So they would always go to the son's room, and of course, there would be nothing there.
Right.
But they would also witness the doll sing and dance, apparently.
What the fuck? And they didn't throw it in a fucking fire?
They tried, actually. So we're getting there. So... there's always rumor that the doll's eyes move.
I don't like that.
So if it doesn't like a person, it'll give like the person side eye. Or the doll's eyes are actually blue, but sometimes they appear black.
Okay.
And then some people have also said that they've seen the mouth of the doll move like it's talking.
Don't like that either.
So it's it's a rough one, right?
No, already.
So the father brings the doll to a priest, which the priest confirms that it is possessed by something. Obviously a demon.
Right, yeah. There's nothing good ever in dolls. If Annabelle taught me anything.
If Annabelle... Oh, we're getting there. We're going to do Annabelle. Ugh. They're all... Oh, I'm, like, dreading reading this because this is terrible. I hate... This one got me so upset.
Bro, I'm already scared of dolls. Like, anything you tell me, I'm probably gonna cry. Because, like, dolls are my one fear.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Like, dolls and clowns are my one fear. Like, John Wayne Gacy is the worst murderer to me because he's a fucking clown.
Oh.
That wasn't Gacy.
I don't know, so I'll let you ponder that.
It's fine.
And get back to me.
Okay.
So was it that murderer?
No.
No, okay. We'll figure it out. We'll Google it later. It's fine. So, when the father brought the doll to the priest, and the priest said it is a possessed doll, the priest advised to burn the doll. And it did not burn.
No.
No matter what they did, the doll did not burn, and that's why it looked as fucked up as it is. It's like missing fingers, that's why it's burnt and charred, and its head's all weird, and its eyes are all fucked up. So not only is it a possessed doll, now it looks fucked up, and it's kind of falling apart.
I don't like that. So
for 60 years, this father, put the doll up in the shed, and the possession, the manifestations, that shit stopped, right?
Okay.
60 years into the future, he went to a flea market and sold it.
What a dick.
So, well, hang on. So he sold it, and the guy bought it, whatever. But the father warned the guy, hey,
okay,
it's cursed, like, I couldn't sell it to you without telling you, like, blah, 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 shit, it's gonna happen.
Thank God for that.
That's the one time that it's known to be sold and moved around.
Okay.
So a little history is lost with the doll. So it reappears in 2003 on eBay.
No.
By a gentleman named Greg.
Fuck eBay, dude.
eBay's a shit place.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, God.
But as shitty as it is, this guy also did a shit thing where he got a hold of Harold the doll, listed it as Harold the doll, and said it was a haunted doll and that it's doing stuff, and he, like, posted YouTube videos. I couldn't find those, but was trying to sell this doll. Well, this woman named Kathy wanted the doll.
Right, because some people just like haunted bullshit. Yeah. Dumb.
So when she bought it, Greg emailed her and was like, hey, I want you to know that it's a joke. Like, I wanted to over-publicize it to get monetary value for it. Oh. So he was like, it's not haunted, it's not real. Even though it is, he didn't think, like, he got it under the pretenses that it was haunted, but he sold it as, like, it's haunted, ooh, kind of bullshit.
That's really shitty.
Yeah, so when Kathy got it, she won the eBay bidding, and Greg did message her and was like, hey, it's a joke. Like, it's not actually really haunted.
What a dick.
It's not a big deal. So she was like, I don't care. I'm gonna keep rolling with that. Like, I'm gonna keep rolling with the fact that it's haunted. However, she realized very quickly that the doll is actually cursed.
Yeah, it's legitimately haunted.
She was living in Ireland at the time, in Dublin. And the doll didn't move on its own or anything, she said. However, it contributed to 2 deaths within a 6-month period.
Jeez.
And some other weird stuff happened around her house.
0 to fucking 4,000.
Yes. A friend of hers, which was notably a very healthy person, that she wanted to make a point of that, was living with them at the time, and he was in the same room that the doll was stored in the closet. Yeah. Right? He developed lung cancer and died a few weeks later.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Another woman who was, like, also, like, a friend of the healthy person that got the lung cancer, she came over to Kathy's house and said that she wanted to see the doll.
No.
She did. And some time later, she fell down a flight of stairs and died instantly.
Fuck.
Yes.
No.
So people die around this doll. So that's a theme that's going to keep happening. Or they get sick. She also heard a crash in the bathroom. When she went to the bathroom to go investigate what the hell went on, she found all of her towels and linens had fallen out of her closet and were perfectly folded and stacked on the floor.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I mean, at least it moved her laundry in stacks, I guess. I have no redeeming
I don't know if her stuff was like unfolded and just like shoved in the linen closet, or like her stuff was folded and just kind of like scooted out and dropped on the floor. I don't know. It just said her stuff was still perfectly folded and stacked.
I hate it.
On the floor.
I hate it.
It was awful.
I hate that.
So in 2004, she relisted the doll, saying it was actually cursed as shit. Like, it's fucking awful.
The one great guy's a weenie.
Yes. So this other gentleman named Anthony, who is a paranormal investigator and he claims to be a medium, purchased the doll, which he still has today.
Oh.
Which is funny because he actually got into a bidding war with somebody over the doll and he paid $750 for it.
Holy shit.
Yes.
I wouldn't pay that much money for a haunted object.
Fuck no. So, well, it's made him that money back. So.
Oh, well, yeah. Fair.
Because he's written a book about it.
Oh. Hence the book.
Hence the book. So, when Anthony purchased the doll under the pretenses that it is cursed, he was going to run EMF, not P. I put P in my thing. EMF readings on it and do EVP sessions on it. So, that was his whole intention of buying this cursed doll. So, when he first got the doll, Kathy actually reached out to him and was like, I will give you your money back if you yeet that thing into the ocean. Because she felt bad that she actually sold it. She's like, I'll refund you. And she goes, I really wish I threw that thing in the ocean.
Yeah, the better thing would have been to just encase the motherfucker in concrete and then just drop it.
And then, yeah.
Over the Mariana Trench. Like, we're good. Just bye.
No, absolutely not. So he said no. He said he's going to keep it. He's going to keep doing sessions on it. So he brings in a second medium named April. So he likes when she does reading on things that she doesn't know anything about, but apparently she knew a little bit about the doll. So he was like, all right, I'll still let you do it. So lets her do it. So she's doing her impressions on the doll. She's kind of like giving off what she's feeling, all that stuff. And she tells Anthony she has to stop, that she cannot do it anymore. Oh. Because when he originally did his EMF and EVP sessions with the doll, he said he wasn't getting anything. Just nothing was coming up. It wasn't responding. Wasn't getting anything weird. The needle wasn't going off on the thing. So when she did it, he was recording it. He was recording the whole session. So as she's going into it, probably a couple minutes, she's like, I can't do this anymore. So he's like, what? So she goes on to explain that she felt like the doll wanted to kill her, and she said she has a heart murmur and it feels like someone is squeezing her heart. She says she feels the doll is trying to squeeze her heart.
Tiny little doll hands? Not
with
fuck
tiny
you, get out.
Hands. So he didn't believe what she was saying for some weird reason. So he was just like, all right, well, if you want to stop, that's fine. So he goes back and listens to the EVP session.
Oh, Jesus.
And before he started the whole session with April, he doused the doll with holy water.
Smart.
So when he went back on the EVP session, he could hear agonizing screaming.
Fuck off. No.
Yes.
I just got some big chills.
Yeah, I got a little goosebumps there. So whenever he did that, April asked jokingly, like, did you just spray the doll with holy water?
Yeah.
To which the recorder picked up, shut up, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
This little doll's like fucking vulgar. Like,
I mean, same, but damn.
Later, he heard, I'm going to kill you, you bitch.
Right.
Right after that, April says, I feel like this doll's trying to kill me.
I don't like it.
And then he heard laughter.
Nope.
On the EVP.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So.
Take it away.
After people who investigating the doll, and also Anthony, so Anthony's investigating it, he's letting people come in. He's having, and these other people are having terrible visions.
Yeah.
They're being hurt, like they're being clawed, scratched, pinched, whatever, doesn't matter. They're having explosive migraines and extreme back pains. Anthony said that he was watching people get hurt in front of him, and he himself got hurt and required surgery.
Jesus.
So in 2005, he locked the doll away. In a storage unit. He just was like, nah, I can't anymore.
No.
Locks it away.
Mariana Trench that motherfucker. I'm done. No.
But he wasn't. Because in 2013, when videos started to be more popular in that area, there was a video that talked about Harold the doll. And a lot of it had misinformation about the doll, and especially its whereabouts. So Anthony found this video, saw that there was a lot of misinformation and where it was. So he took the doll out of storage, took a picture, and posted it.
Okay. Oh.
And announced that he is the current owner of the doll.
Okay.
So he kept bringing in different mediums. Different mediums kept contacting him.
Okay. After he posted the picture?
Yes. So mediums were seeing this doll, since it's now being blown up all over the internet, and they kept reaching out to him saying that Harold was visiting them.
Oh, fuck.
Saying that Harold was pissed for being locked up for so long, and that he's angry that you've had him for so long and have not helped him.
I wouldn't fucking hold him.
Mediums, out. Not even near him.
I hate that. No.
It's something to be noted that when I'm talking about these mediums, it is not people that are near him. I'm not quite sure where he's located. I think he's in Florida, I want to say. I can't really remember. But he's in the U.S. I do know that. So it makes its way back to the U.S. These are mediums all over the world. In the book that I got to there was a certain point that I was able to get to, or I think that I listened to, that he gets a medium in Australia to deal with the doll.
Fuck that, no.
So that's how terribly present this doll is. Oh, so I do have this in here. Aha. So another woman reached out from Australia who has a son that is 6 that is clairvoyant.
No.
So he would get visions of stuff that would be related to Harold the doll and then would send them to Anthony.
No.
So in part 2, I'll talk about more about the adventures that this clairvoyant and other mediums send Anthony on to go learn about the doll. Because Anthony is just, I guess, that's nothing else. I shouldn't say he has nothing else better to do. Paranormal is his life. He writes books about paranormal and stuff like that. So this is what he does. This is his bread and butter and jam. So there's Harold the ghost, right? Now, the clairvoyant, the little boy, says that there are also 2 girls that he thinks that are probably related to Harold and the doll.
Okay.
And also believes that there's another little boy in the doll that has no relationship to anything.
Okay.
And there is a demon in the doll.
Oh.
Now, the clairvoyant made it a point to say the demon doesn't haunt the doll, but owns it.
I don't like that. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, and I don't like it.
There's a demon that owns the doll? So that kind of goes a little bit more into the book. So we'll do that we're going to cover part 2, because the clairvoyant sends, like I said, Anthony on journeys, and it just gets out of control, and that's where I had to just pull the plug and stop listening, because I could not do it anymore. So when I get to a better point, I will purchase the book, and then we'll do part 2, and we'll keep going on with that clairvoyant, because Anthony and the clairvoyant actually become buddies, and they start doing more with the doll.
Okay.
So if anyone tried to help Anthony or made fun of the doll, the demon would punish them.
Oh, that's cool, because here I have been sassing the whole time.
Oh, shit, I meant to tell you that.
No, it's cool. I mean, don't worry about it. It can only hurt so bad for so long.
Yeah, so it's woof. A woman who came and saw the doll, she was not talking good things about the doll because it was burnt and fucked up. She, 30 seconds later, started coughing up blood.
Whoa!
Some have been, I think I already said this, have been pinched, scratched, and suffered from explosive headaches if they're near the doll. Anthony, when he put the doll up, he said that he was suffering from back pain so bad.
Yeah.
2 guys, okay, so whenever Anthony published the doll back in 2013, he came in contact with a mutual person who got the doll on Ghost Adventures with Zachary Bakovites.
Okay.
So, 2 guys watching the Ghost Adventures episode that does feature Harold the doll, they made fun of Harold.
No.
One of the guys had a ruptured larynx, and the other one developed diverticulitis. Yes.
What the fuck?
So, makes you develop diseases, makes you die, makes you,
all sorts
super
of bad
fucked
stuff.
up. And even the book goes on to say, even more people are affected. I think, so Anthony has a website that you can actually contact him and tell him, hey, I think Harold's doing this and this and this to me, and can you please help? And he will actually sprinkle holy water on the doll for you.
That seems so
because it's such a worldwide thing, apparently.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think if somebody's super bad mouthing Harold and then they start getting hurt, like, it seems counterintuitive to me for him to sprinkle holy water because I feel like it would just piss it off more. But
so part 2 will go into more of Anthony's interactions with the doll.
Okay, so that'll help me understand a little better.
Yeah, so it'll go into how, because the doll eventually does start talking to him. Oh. And he eventually he starts to hear it himself. Yeah. He gets mediums and clairvoyance and what is the other? Auto writers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. To communicate with the doll, and it's just 0 to a fucking million. And when he gets to the auto, that's not what it's called, but the
automatic writing. Yeah, is what it is.
Yes, yes. So he finds a guy to do that, and it just, that's when I had to turn it off, and I was like, I can't fucking deal with this. So
that's intense.
Yes, I do want to read it, but it's gonna be a slow burn.
It's gonna be a
super
hard time.
Fucking slow burn. So, a woman claimed the doll was not haunted, and she was scratched from her stomach to the middle of her back, like all the way around. And when I say scratch, it's not like
a little bitty red mark. It's like big.
It's big, big.
That's terrifying.
A medium that was brought in to do a session with the doll had teeth marks appear on her hand.
That makes me nauseous. I don't like that.
Matched the teeth
marks. Don't fucking tell me that.
To that of the doll. Like it's the same size as the doll's mouth.
I told you I didn't like dolls. That's not okay. That's scary.
So this one. Anthony's,
what's worse than that?
Anthony's friend came over and talked bad about the doll. Because she was like, why the fuck do you have a doll, Anthony? That's creepy.
What kind of friends does Anthony have? Dumb ones. Oh, God.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's not like, don't make fun of the doll.
Fair.
So Anthony's friend came over, talked bad about the doll, as everyone does, because the poor doll's been burnt, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. When she left, Anthony heard a voice say, check on her. He called his friend. She had just left the house, so this is immediately right after she leaves. So he calls her, and she was sick. Yeah. She came down what she said felt like the flu. She was like, I want to vomit, like not feeling good, like hard flu symptoms. He hung up the phone, and he told Harold, you cannot be hurting people I care about. Because he's like, I'm taking care of you. You cannot hurt people I care about. Yeah. He heard the voice again in his head say, okay, she's all right now. Anthony calls her back, and she's perfectly fine.
No. I don't think I've ever, fear frozen. That's what that was.
That's what that was.
Fuck off.
Your face was great.
No.
So,
I hate it.
I also watched the Ghost Adventures episode, and then that's as far as I got. So, the Ghost Adventures one was actually pretty cool. So, they got their hands on Harold the doll. Anthony wasn't there. But Anthony told Zachary to be careful with the doll because its right arm. Yeah. It says in the episode it's left arm, but if it's anatomically it's right. That the arm was going to fall off. So that was a note that they told them ahead of time. So
be gentle.
So they took the doll to a psychic, and she stated that there were 5 ghosts inhabiting the doll, which is also the same amount that the clairvoyant also said. So she was talking about things that were about the doll, and then because they went to Doll Island, and they brought Harold there too, which was weird. And she also said that the Doll Island was a positive place of energy, which is fucking creepy to me. Because why is the Doll Island positive?
Well, dolls to me are terrifying, but here we are.
Right, here we are.
We'll do that one day.
I think the dolls were. We will do Doll Island one day, but I think that the dolls were for good intent. So maybe that's why it was a positive energy.
I think they were left there for good intentions.
Yes. So they were told that bringing Harold there was a bad energy, and so shit was going to go down.
Right. It wasn't going to be a positive experience.
No, it was not. So she also warned them whoever owns the doll needs to be careful of the manifestations because it would make them sick. Which has been the constant theme of anybody coming in contact with the doll is they get sick and die. So this clairvoyant was in Mexico City, didn't know a thing about the doll, but knew everything about the doll. Like everything that has come up later after the show or even before the show, she brought up. She knew. So whenever they got done with the psychic session, Zach found 3 little bruises on his bicep.
No.
So it was on the same arm that Anthony told Zach, this is the arm that's falling off, please be careful. And Zach was the only one that picked up the doll and touched it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
That's nice. That's reassuring. Were they like little baby finger sizes? Like,
oh yeah, they were. They were
sizes?
like if you took like the tippy pads of your fingers, and then just pressed them really hard in.
I hate it.
That's what they looked like, but like baby size, baby doll size. There were like three little dots.
Nope.
And he was like, I didn't do anything. He's like, I didn't touch anything with my bicep, and it was in a weird spot that like what did you hit your bicep on? So he's like, I didn't do anything, but so that was their claim to fame on that part. So one little snippet that I caught from the episode, then I was like, all right, hard, I'm done. I cannot do this anymore. They went to Doll Island in the middle of the night to do their investigation.
Yeah.
Zach went to go take Harold out of the bag. Like, they were just like, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And so finally he's like, all right, I'm gonna do it. So they're standing in the middle of the hut with all these dolls on the wall. And right as he goes to do it, two cats start screaming. Oh. Just start fighting, screaming, howling, and everything. They weren't seen, but you could definitely hear them. Right. And then, of course, Zach freaks out and takes off running, and then it leaves Aaron standing there, which is always. Every time. No, so,
but Zach is like me and is also terrified of dolls, so, like, I can understand. I wouldn't even go in there, bro.
He's terrified of dolls.
Yeah, I wouldn't even fucking go in there. Yeah. I wouldn't be like, this is a good idea. Like, no, thank you.
So, right as soon as the cats stop screaming, one of the older dolls that are hanging on the wall starts laughing. Nope. Doing its baby laugh.
Nope, those bitches don't have batteries. I guarantee.
And it was interesting because Aaron, there we go. Aaron said it was coming from a doll that didn't even have a body. It was just like a headless.
Fuck off. Nope.
So, or a bodiless. So it was said, they later said that they couldn't figure out which one it was, but Aaron was like, I'm pretty sure it's this one that doesn't even have a body.
I don't like that.
And it was laughing at them.
Nope.
So when they went to go take Harold out, that's what happened.
Yeah, no, no.
And that's, so I pulled the cord on that, and then I read a little bit more on the Anthony situation, and heard a little bit more on the podcast, and I said, nope, I am done. And I pulled the plug, and so I'll get the book, we'll do part 2. But it was interesting, though, because I was trying to just scrape the whole internet, trying to figure out what I could before I got the book. Ended up listening to And That's Why We Drink. So I was listening to those two talk about it because they did an episode on it. And I want to tell you what happened because I did all that, and then I researched all this, and then I went and listened to their podcast, and just because I wanted to see what they had to say about it before I spent money, that it would actually be worth it, right? So M was upstairs, so they were at Christine's house. While they were finishing up the notes, they started to feel really sick.
No.
Like, they didn't understand, like, they felt like they were gonna vomit. So M took off to the bathroom, but they didn't throw up. They felt a little bit better, so M came out of the bathroom, and when they did, M said that they watched the painting.
No.
Of the dog I think they have.
Geo, yeah.
Yes. That's upstairs where M was doing their notes. Come up off the nail on the wall and then crash on the floor.
I hate it.
So M was screaming for Christine, and Eva was also downstairs, never heard M yelling for them.
That doesn't surprise me
So it was interesting to hear that M was also getting sick while doing
Yeah, like,
notes.
I straight, like, I never get nauseous from, like, being, anxious. I'm a little nauseous right now, dude. I've had, like, weird skin pricklies. Like, I'm not...
It sucks.
Haunted dolls freak me out so bad.
So bad. That's why I was like, I need to stop and do a part 2. So I just made that choice. Said I'll come back to this, but I don't know when.
Okay. And that's totally fine with me, because I have had enough spookening for the day.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, I mean, you haven't, because we gotta talk about yours.
Well, yeah, it's less spookening now. Now that I've heard yours.
Now? Okay.
I think it's less spookening.
Okay, because you were very adamant that yours was spooky.
It is. It's very spooky. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but here we are.
Cool. So tell me what Zoe, are going to talk about.
Yes. So, Zoe, I'm going to be going over the Dybbuk box, which is another haunted object.
Dybbuk?
Dybbuk. Dybbuk.
Okay.
So this box is a very spooky box. Most of what I have is actually documented through an eBay inquiry, funnily enough.
What?
Swear.
Oh, is that why you say eBay's a shit place?
Yeah, eBay's a fucking trash heap.
Okay.
This guy that the story starts out with, his name is Kevin Mannis.
Okay.
So Kevin is a small business owner in Portland, Oregon.
Fucking Kevin's. Okay.
Fucking Kevin, all right? Classic Kevin right here. So Kevin owns a small business where he restores and sells furniture. He goes to an estate sale in 2001 in Portland and finds this beautiful little wine cabinet, decides to buy it, and then restore it for his mother as her birthday present.
Oh my god, that's so nice.
Right? Isn't that cute?
Kevin loves his mommy.
Kevin's a sweet boy.
Oh.
So he approaches the woman who is running the estate sale, ends up getting in a conversation with her.
Oh, good. So it's already a pre-haunted wine.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, because estate sale means somebody died. Oh, God. Okay, go ahead.
So the woman who died was the girl that he was talking to. It was her grandmother.
Okay.
She died at 103.
Woo!
Her name was Hivalia.
What a name.
She's a Holocaust survivor.
Oofga. Okay. All right.
So Hivalia had grown up in Poland, married, had children, and was taken into one of the concentration camps. She was the only family member to survive the camp. So her parents, brothers, sister, husband, 2 sons, and a daughter were all killed. She survived by escaping with some other prisoners and making her way to Spain.
Ah.
So fucking 10 out of 10 for her. Like, she was able to escape. That's huge. That's is a harrowing story to me.
Yes, that's amazing.
In Spain, she came across the wine cabinet. It was one of the only 3 things that she brought with her to the U.S. when she immigrated here.
Okay.
It was the wine cabinet, her steamer trunk, and then a sewing box were the only things that she brought.
Okay.
Kevin ended up buying the wine cabinet, some other furniture, and I think he got the sewing box too. And he approached the granddaughter, who said, "Oh, I see you got the Dybbuk box." When Kevin asked what she meant,
What?
she continued with, "Grandma kept it out of reach in her sewing room and called it a Dybbuk box. Whenever I asked what was in it, she would spit 3 times through her fingers and say Dybbuk," or another Hebrew word that I'm going to butcher, that says Keslam. That's the only time I'm going to say it, so here we are.
Okay.
Then she would follow it up with, "Never ever open it."
So open it. So we're going to open it?
That's where our story begins.
Yes.
The granddaughter said that her grandmother asked for the box to actually be buried with her when she died, but that's actually against Orthodox Jewish burial traditions, so her wishes were not honored.
That sucks.
Yes.
So now Zachary Bagel Bites has that box. $20. $20. He has that box. Nice.
Yeah, he does have that box.
Okay, that's a good guess.
Kevin asked if she knew what a Dybbuk was, and the granddaughter had no idea, so naturally, he asked if she wanted to open it with him. She said, no.
Okay,
no.
Fuck no. Hard no.
No.
That's a firm no for me, fam.
That's a big pass. After talking to her for a little bit longer, he actually offered to let her keep the wine cabinet, assuming that it was probably something that had sentimental value to her, since it was with her grandmother the whole time she knew her grandma. The granddaughter became very insistent, saying, no, you bought it. You can't give it back.
It's haunted. I fucking knew it.
After further insistence on Kevin's part, she became really upset and just kept repeating the same thing, and then she started to cry and said, "You bought it, you can't return it," and walked off.
The wine case.
Mm-hmm.
The wine cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
But not the Dybbuk box.
That's the same. One and the same. So the wine cabinet that he bought is the Dybbuk box.
Oh.
I'll show you a picture of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it was just a wine cabinet, he assumed, but after talking to the granddaughter, she was like, "Ha, you bought the Dybbuk box." And he was like, "What the fuck is that?"
That's the connection I did not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're fine. The way I read it, it didn't really connect super well. So after she stormed off, Kevin's like, she's probably just grieving because she just lost her grandmother.
Right.
Like, she's going through a lot, not a big deal. So he took his stuff and left, trying to be respectful. After bringing it to his shop, because, I said he's a small business owner.
That's right, he's going to restore and give it to his mom.
He puts it down in the basement where his workshop is, and then the upper floor is like the showroom.
Okay.
He leaves to go do some errands. Not a big deal.
Okay.
30 minutes later, he gets a phone call from his salesperson.
Okay.
She said, "You need to get here right now. I cannot get out of the building. Someone is in here."
Oh no.
I hear all of the lights breaking.
What the
Glass is breaking. And screaming is all I hear from downstairs. "You need to get here right now."
Oh, I'm crying. Here it comes. All right. Oh.
Kevin starts to tell her to call the police and his phone dies.
What the
Uh-huh. So he's driving.
Fuck no. So
You're actually crying.
I'm actually fucking crying.
I told you it was bad.
Oh my god.
I told you it was bad. So, his phone dies.
Are you crying?
No, I'm fine.
I'm crying.
I've read this so many times now. So he's driving back. In his eBay correspondence, he said he was easily going 100 miles an hour trying to get there because he thought someone was in the building with her.
Right.
She couldn't get out. They locked her in. So he shows up, and he can still hear glass breaking.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. So he goes in. The gate to the business is locked. He unlocks that, goes in the front door, looks for his sales lady. She's on the ground in the fetal position sobbing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll be right back. Runs down the stairs. All the lights are broken. He can't see anything. So he has to get a flashlight. Then he's looking around.
That's a no for me, fam.
That's a big fucking no. So the first thing that he remembers when he gets downstairs is the overwhelming stench of cat urine. That's the first thing that hits him.
Disgusting. What?
There's never been cats down there. There's never been any sort of animal kept in his workshop basement thing ever.
Okay.
So, cat urine right in his face. So he gets a flashlight. And he sees all of the light bulbs in the building in the basement.
Yes.
Were broken on the ground. So there were 9 incandescent, like those sodium bulbs.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, they had been broken at the socket.
Okay.
So like the little metal socket piece was still in, but the glass was all broken. It was on the floor. There were 10 of those long tube lights that were smashed on the ground. There was not a light left in this place.
Damn.
He goes back upstairs. Like, he looks for an intruder. There's one entrance to and from the basement. Just one, which is where he is. He can't see anybody. There's nobody in there. If somebody ran out, he would have seen them because that's the only way in.
Right, as he was running downstairs, he heard the lights still breaking.
Yes.
Okay.
So he goes upstairs to talk to his salesperson and see what the hell happened.
She's still in the fucking...
She left. She'd worked for him for 2 years and never came back. Which, I mean, I don't really blame her.
I don't fucking blame her. I would have been like, bye.
See you later. So, in his own words, then things got worse.
What the fuck do you mean?
Just wait, bro. Just wait. Brushing off his experience.
How is mine creepier? Okay,
well, I mean, so, like, he didn't connect in his brain. Because this is the first day that he's had this thing. He didn't connect, he doesn't believe in the paranormal stuff at this point in time. Like, he's like, I don't know what just happened. That's really weird. And then that's it. Like, he doesn't connect it to the wine case at all, right?
You brought home a fucking demon box. Okay.
He hasn't even opened this fucking thing yet.
Oh, good. Oh. Shit's happening. The box is still closed.
Right. Brushing it off, he decides to start working on the cabinet to restore it for his mom. It's been a couple of days. He goes downstairs, starts working on it. He ends up finding a secret compartment containing some things. So
on the wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he opened up the big doors, and the way it was explained is it's kind of like a puzzle box. So he opened those 2 front doors. I'll show you a picture of it so you can understand my hand gestures, which none of our listeners can see. So when you open up those front doors, there's like a small little compartment underneath that would like click open and you could pull out.
Okay.
So it was like a little drawer.
Okay.
So in that drawer, he finds a secret compartment with a U.S. wheat penny from 1929.
Okay.
A U.S. wheat penny from 1925.
Okay.
A lock of blonde hair tied with a string.
Oh, don't like that.
A lock of black and brown hair bound with some string.
The fuck?
A small granite statue with shalom carved onto it, which is peace in Hebrew, for those of you that don't know.
I didn't know that, so thank you.
You're good. 1 dried rose. 1 golden wine cup.
Ooh, fancy.
And a black iron candle holder with octopus legs. Which I don't really understand, but
she
here we
got
are.
that in Spain, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is Spain doing over there? Okay.
That's what he was told, as it was in Spain. He saved all of those things with the intention of returning them to the family, but they refused. They're like, no, we're good, thanks. I don't want any of that shit.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. So he got the cabinet fixed up how he wanted it, like ready to present for his mother. So on her actual birthday, they had plans, and he was going to show it to her. But then he got a call from her that his sister was actually going to take her out of town for a couple of days for her birthday.
Rude.
So
she did that on purpose.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Wanted to outshow the Dybbuk box.
Right, exactly.
Because they didn't know at that point. But I'm
no,
just being facetious.
Jesus, Mary, you're gonna feel bad in a second. So,
Oh, okay.
so a couple of days later, she comes to the shop and he's like, hey, Mom, look at this thing that I restored for you. I found it and I thought you would really like a wine cabinet. And she's like, oh, that's cool. So he takes a work call to, like, and he walks out of the room
and his mom
where
dies.
she is. No.
Damn. I mean,
close, but no. She walks out of the room, or he walks out of the room, excuse me. And within 5 minutes, he's been out of view for 5 minutes at the most.
okay.
One of his employees comes running up to him and is like, get off the phone. Something's wrong with your mom.
Ooh.
She's on the floor. She's out. I don't know what happened.
The fuck?
So he runs back. It turns out that she had passed out and had a stroke.
Ah.
So when she wakes up, as what happens with some stroke victims, she can't speak, but they end up finding a little alphabet so she can point to, like, spell shit, right? Mm-hmm. So they ask her if she's okay, and the first thing that she spells out is N-O-G-I-F-T. No gift. And when Kevin's like, what the fuck does that mean, Mom?
So don't take the gift that I gave you?
Are you okay? I don't understand. She gets really upset and tries to talk, but she can't. She can only make that, like, uncomfortable scream.
Yeah.
She then spells out hate gift. Yep.
Okay. I have goosebumps.
You're welcome.
Does Kevin fucking finally get it?
Gift. Kevin's a fucking idiot.
Oh my god. Of course Kevin's an idiot.
So
Classic
Kevin's
Kevin.
like, okay, and then takes the cabinet away, gives it to his sister. His sister gives it back within 2 days and says, it gives me a bad vibe and the doors won't stay closed. I don't like it. Then he gives it to his brother and sister-in-law, and they keep it for 3 days. And his brother notes every single time he walks into the room where the cabinet is, he would get this overwhelming smell of jasmine, like very floral, and his wife would smell cat pee.
What is with the fucking cat pee?
I don't know, bro. So they gave it back. So he's like, well, that's fucking stupid. Hey, and gives it to his girlfriend.
This guy is a fucking idiot. Dude, burn it, Jesus.
So there's actually a reason, ask me that in a minute, about the burning, why they don't burn it.
Okay.
So, at the end, if I don't remember.
Okay.
So, after 2 days, his girlfriend is like, fucking sell this. I don't want it in my house, just sell it. And he's like, okay. So then he sells it in the same day to a middle-aged couple. 3 days later, he comes into his business, and it's sitting on the front, like in front of the business, with a sign attached to it that says, this has a bad darkness.
Bruh.
Fucking Kevin, am I right? Am I right or am I right?
Oh my god.
Jesus, so, alright. So then Kevin's like, I'll just keep it.
Yeah, he keep it.
Right. Finally.
He can put it in his house.
So he does. Immediately after moving it into his home, he started having horrible reoccurring nightmares.
Ooh.
Let me read you an excerpt from what he wrote. I find myself walking with a friend, usually someone I know well and trust at some point in the dream. I find myself looking into the eyes of the person that I'm with. It's then that I realize that there's something different, something evil looking back at me. At that point in my dream, the person I am with changes into what can only be described as the most gruesome, demonic-looking hag that I have ever seen. This hag proceeds then to beat the living shit out of me. I have awakened numerous times to find bruises and marks on myself where I'd been hit by the old woman during the previous night.
Oh, fuck no.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So she marking him the fuck up while he's asleep, dude. Uh-huh. No. Yeah, that's cool.
What the fuck?
So afterward, he ended up having his sister and brother and then sister-in-law spend the night with him. Like stay and just visit. So his sister slept in the room with the Dybbuk box and had the same nightmare that he had.
Oh, so she got her ass beat by the hag.
Right. So she comes out the next morning, they're all having breakfast, and she's like, hey, do you have, like, real bad nightmares when you're, like, have you ever had really bad nightmares? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, let me tell you about my dream last night. And, like, describes it, and he goes, you're fucking kidding me.
Does Kevin finally fucking get it?
I don't think so.
God!
So, Kevin, listens and is like, what the fuck? And then his brother and sister-in-law are there, and they're, like, frozen in shock, and they're like, that happened to us too. We have that dream.
What's the common denominator?
Right? And then Kevin puts it together. And
Finally.
He goes, oh God, it's the box. So then he calls his girlfriend and is like, hey, baby, do you ever have, like, scared dreams? And she's like, yeah, I do. And, like, describe the same fucking dream to him.
You?
Had the same dream. And he was like, do you remember, like, did that happen to be around the time that you had this wine cabinet? And she goes, how did you know?
Because it's haunted. He finally fucking figured it out.
And took him just forever. Kevin. So after that conversation, Kevin started noticing strange shadows looming in his peripherals. Visitors would also ask questions about the weird shadow things. So it wasn't just him, it was like anybody that was in his house.
Look at those bumps.
Fuck that. So soon after that, he was like, this is some bullshit. He put the cabinet in an outside storage unit overnight, right?
And then dumped it in the fucking ocean?
He woke up to the smoke alarm going off in that unit at 4:30 in the morning. Or, no, not 4:30 in the morning. But he woke up and ran outside, ran to see where the fire was, gets in there and gets hit in the face with that overwhelming stench of cat urine. And he's like, oh, there's no fucking fire, dude.
There's gotta be a cat in that box.
God, that's the only explanation, is there's just a mad cat. That's why the doors never stay closed, because the cat gets out to piss in your shit. So being mad, he's like, fuck this, and goes back inside, where the smell of cat urine is stronger in his house now than it was out.
Oh, look, the goosebumps are back.
Yep. Did they ever
I'm
leave?
crying. I'm
I'm
crying. Oh, God.
So freaking out, he was like, this is some bullshit. Went and, like, picked the box up, brought it in the house with him, and the smell's gone in both places, puts it down, and is like, this is fucking stupid, and goes to the good old Google machine to try and figure out what the fuck this is. He falls asleep, internet searching, with the same fucking nightmare, wakes him up at 4:30. That's where 4:30 came in.
Okay.
He wakes up at 4:30 with someone breathing on his neck.
And the goosebumps are
and
back.
He smells jasmine. Real strong.
Oh.
And then he kind of looks down his hallway, and there's something fucking loping down the hallway.
What the fuck do you mean loping down the hallway?
That's the word. I'm, like, nervous laughing. That's the word he used, was loping. Like, not walking, not jogging, but, like, doing this fucking awkward lope thingy. So, that's the end.
Away from him?
Away from him down the hallway. Like, away.
That's a class 20. Yeet yourself out the fucking window.
So, let me go back to why you don't burn the box. It's assumed that if something like this, which was made to contain something demonic, which, fun fact, the word Dybbuk means to cling in Hebrew.
Okay.
Usually with a negative connotation, something evil, something demonic.
Cool.
So, if you were to burn this box, whatever's in it will not be contained to the space the box is in. Okay. It will be everywhere. So, that's why they haven't burned the box.
Cool.
So that's the end of the eBay advertisement. That was all on the eBay thing. So at the very end of that advertisement, he includes pictures of the box itself, what was inside the box, and with a short little disclaimer that's, hey, so you know what you're getting into when you buy it, this whole story. And then he goes into, this is what's included, and also, you don't even have to pay me for it. I just want it out of my house. Help. It literally says, help me, please. Yeah. So let's move on to what happens after the eBay advertisement, shall we?
It's not over.
It's not over. So since then, we've learned that he actually sold it to a college student at Truman State University in Missouri, named a Russian name that I'm going to butcher.
Do it. Join the club.
Isov Nisky?
Let's do first name.
Okay. Because I can sort of say the first one.
Let's do it.
So immediately after bringing the box to his house, he and his 3 roommates start experiencing all the lights in their apartment burning out, followed by all of them having mysterious health problems, which included their hair falling out in chunks while they were walking around.
So their hair?
Yeah, their hair falling out in chunks just while they're walking around. It's not like when they're showering, it's just like chunks come out.
I've had my hair fall out, and it does not fall out like that naturally.
No.
No.
So, as a result of that, they went to the doctor and were like, what the fuck? And they were like, oh, the doctor says nothing is wrong with you. Absolutely nothing. There's no reason your hair should come out. They started having bug infestations.
Oh, that's a demon.
Strange smells such as cat urine.
That's the box.
This one I just read and got fucking chills. They would have loud scratching sounds on the walls in the middle of the night.
You love the scratching sounds.
I fucking hate it. Every single time I hear scratching sounds, I'm just like, nope. So, this college student contacted a gentleman named Jason Haxton, who is the director of the Museum of Osteopathic Medicine in Kirksville, Missouri. I don't know why I contacted him specifically.
I was going to ask you that.
I think it's, number one, he was just a part of a museum, and then number two, maybe this is like some sort of a medicine box or something. I don't know. It looks very obviously like a wine cabinet to me, so I'm not sure why they did, but here we are.
They were probably desperate.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I would be too. No hair, bug infestation, cat urine, like, I'm done.
Scratches on the wall.
You can leave that one out, you did.
I know you did.
Asshole. So Haxton actually studied this box specifically very well. He ended up writing a book called the Dybbuk box, and he claimed that soon after he received the box, he developed health problems as well, including hives, head-to-toe welts, and coughing up blood.
So was the term Dybbuk like passed from owner to owner? Like, did Kevin tell the boys like this is a Dybbuk? Like, I was told this is a... So how did he know it was a Dybbuk box?
You're gonna learn here in a minute.
Okay.
So right now, throughout this entire section of story and history, the granddaughter has called it a Dybbuk box, and then that's the only time that Kevin heard it, and Kevin hasn't been like, oh, it's a Dybbuk box. He's just been, here's this haunted wine cabinet.
Okay.
So, Haxton is the guy's name. Haxton ends up putting the wine cabinet in storage while he's trying to deal with his health problems. Every single night it was in storage, the fire alarm went off at the same time every night.
Motherfucker.
Uh-huh. Because you can't ignore it, right? After he brought it back into his home,
That's when you just rip the fucking fire alarm out.
I'm done. It's fine if it burns down.
Right. Let it fucking go.
After bringing it back into his house, he would see shadows around him every night, and in trying to research and rediscover the history of the box and why the fuck it's so haunted, he found Kevin and the original eBay ad. So Haxton contacted Kevin to help him research the history and discover what's going on with the box. So Kevin went back to the granddaughter to ask her more questions, and with the threat of the box returning out of the way, she was willing to talk to him. So she ended up telling him that her grandmother got the box from her cousin Sophie, which is different than the original story that she told, because Sophie was in Poland too.
Okay.
Not in Spain.
Okay.
So Sophie was currently still alive when this was written, when he wrote his book.
Okay.
So Kevin got a hold of her, and she ended up telling him that during the time between World War I and World War II, seances were really popular, and she and her cousin Hivalia played with a Ouija board.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-huh.
No.
Reason number 873. I don't want to fuck with those.
Fucking play with a Ouija board.
So Sophie believed that the two of them had only attracted evil, which was already in overdrive because of the build-up to the impending war. Some dark shit started happening. She didn't go into detail with what it was, but them not having any kind of experience with how to do anything like what they were trying to do, they attempted to get rid of it. The demon shit
the demon
in their
shit
house
that was following them because of the fucking... Don't play with Ouija board, kids. If you invite them
confirm.
in,
don't do that.
you can't get them out.
Don't fucking do that. So they tried to get rid of it and ended up just pissing it off. Ironically enough, the night that they decided to do that was November 10th, 1938, which was Kristallnacht.
Okay.
The night of the broken glass.
Okay.
Which was the night that the Nazis went in and ransacked over 10,000 Jewish businesses and homes.
Oh. Okay.
When
That's
Sophie... No, God, no. I'm gonna cry. This makes me so upset every time I read it or hear it or see it. Sophie started crying while telling Kevin this story of what happened, and started to apologize. And Kevin's like, ma'am, why are you sorry? I don't understand. And she goes, because we failed to get it in the box, I think we're the ones that started the war. It's not her fault. She was 103 and had literally thought that for so many years.
Oh my
she's passed away
God.
now, but like...
She died thinking that.
She did, and that's so sad, because it's not her fault. It was fucking Adolf Hitler. Like, not her.
Right.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The second time they tried to banish the demon, they ended up getting it trapped within that wine cabinet and called it a Dybbuk box.
Did she explain how they went about doing that?
No.
Damn.
She did not.
Okay.
Just that they had got it stuck within that box. And that's why they could never open it.
Well, Kevin opened it.
Because Kevin's a fucking idiot. Which is also crazy to think about, because if that stuff was all happening before he opened it, it just got worse after he opened it.
Right.
Like, Hivalia had to live with that in her house the whole time she was alive.
That should have been like a week on, week, like, that should have been like, I'm shipping it
Like
to you,
trading
Sophie.
back and forth.
Yeah, like, you deal with this shit too.
Seriously. But here we are.
Oh, God.
So Haxton, once he learned all that information from Kevin, after Kevin talked to Sophie, he took the box to a medium. And the medium immediately knew something was fucking wrong with that box as soon as he walked in the door. She's like, I don't like that. That's bad. She touched it and immediately got a sharp stabbing pain in her ribs, hand, and her head. And then she got a very severe nosebleed.
Ooh.
After that, he ended up taking the box to a bunch of rabbis and told them his story and were like, hey, can you purify this? Take care of it. Don't tell me what you do with it. So the rabbis he saw wrapped it in gold and wood.
Dope.
To replicate the Ark of the Covenant.
Okay.
And, you know, the thing that held the Ten Commandments.
Yes. Okay.
And then hid it away. But apparently...
the fire alarms went off.
everywhere. Apparently this purification worked because Paxton recovered the Dybbuk box and actually donated it to Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum, which is where it sits now.
So it doesn't do that shit anymore.
Apparently not. Although Zach recently opened it, so I don't know. I don't know if the rabbis completely cleansed it or what. But I also have to point out, as a result of the sale of the Dybbuk box and other such items, eBay now has a clause and a disclaimer for haunted objects, which reads, eBay does not permit the sale of spells, magic, or haunted/paranormal objects, but this item is being listed as a insert mundane object description here only. You must be 21 years of age to bid on and purchase this item for entertainment purposes only. So.
Epic.
Yeah. So that's their workaround for haunted shit.
That's funny that we had 2
Yeah.
episodes talking about haunted shit on eBay.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. We keep doing that.
I think the guy that I talked about, Anthony, he wrote
Yeah.
a book about haunted eBay items.
Probably. I get behind that.
Yeah, we need to find more haunted objects.
We do, because there's not a huge list
No.
of haunted objects. Like, the Dybbuk box is one of the, like, biggest, well-known haunted thingies. So I don't know.
And then there's all the fucking dolls.
Yeah.
Was that the end of the story?
Yes. That's the end.
Okay.
And also, I was right that it was John Wayne Gacy. Was Pogo the Killer Clown.
Oh. Did you Google it?
No, I just remembered it because I always get him and Ed Gein confused.
Oh.
And Gein is the one that, like, inspired Leatherface.
Oh.
Yeah. 2 completely different people, but they both have G last names, and I get them confused. But
I'm glad you were able to brain that while you were in the middle of telling your story.
yeah, here we are.
Great brain.
Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks. So, I hope y'all like this episode, because Jesus, a lot went into it, and I'm still a little spooked. I'm probably gonna have to eat some ice cream and cry to prepare for next week.
At least you're done with the Dybbuk box. I'm not done with Harold the Doll.
I mean, that's true. Unless some new information comes out on the Dybbuk box, and then I'll have to do a, like, hey, let's learn some new stuff.
Let's figure out what Zachary Bagel Bites did with the box that he probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, because I know he opened it. Because I saw something online when I was researching, but I was like, oh no, I don't want to ruin my Zachary Bagel Bites episodes.
Yeah, because you want to watch that series that he put out with the haunted items.
Yes, because I've watched the, like, haunted stuff that he has out on Hulu, but I haven't seen his, like, quarantine episode where they just series, I guess, quarantine series, where they just quarantine inside the museum for a while. And I really want to watch that because I feel like that's when he probably opened the box.
Probably.
Because that's the stuff he do.
Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
And
ooh, it's haunted. Let's touch it.
He got his eyes fucked up for it.
Bless him.
He's doing the Lord's work for the rest of us.
He's doing something. I enjoy him, though. I enjoy his stuff.
Episode 6.
Jesus, it's already that many? That's...
Dab.
That's 2 more than 4.
That's 3 more than 3?
Oh, you're right. It's 4 more than 2.
It's 1 more than 5?
What? No. Oh my goodness. Well,
So if you want any more shenanigans,
always.
tune into our website at www.haunther.com.
Or you can find us on Twitter at our acronym, which I always screw up. HHIBKH podcast.
And our
Instagram. Yeah,
which
that
is
one.
the same handle.
Yes.
Because I made that simple for us.
Thanks.
No props. Because apparently Haunt Her, I Barely Know Her is too long.
It's very long. It's very long.
Too long. It's more than 25 characters.
Whee!
Whatever, Twitter.
So yeah, find us there for more fun things that we post. Any information that we're putting out is going to be on there.
And if you want to keep supporting us spooky bitches, check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/haunt her, I barely know her.
Yeah.
And until next time, drink your water, eat your food,
Stay spooky.
and don't stay spooky.
No, stay spooky.
Oh, God.
Give me all the spooks.
Haunt her.
I barely know her.